welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Saturday edition. I'm Terry, that's Nick, and we are ready to break down some Saturday sports. It'll be a bit of a shorter show. We're not going to break down every game. We're just going to kind of go over stuff that we like. Wanted to get a quick show out there, mainly to focus on the AHL. I've been giving out AHL picks yesterday. It's that time of the season now where there's lots of numbers for me to kind of go over the AHL, which is my plan. So I'll be going over AHL picks on the channel from now until the end of the AHL season. So make sure to tune into that. I'm going to give like a quick kind of look through here on how I cap the AHL. And that's very simple. AHL.com gives you all the information you need, basically. Shows you here these two teams, their head-to-head matchups, previous season, this season, last 5 seasons. It shows you their previous meetings this year, top scorers for both teams last 5 games, and then even more stats down here, power plays, penalty kill, goals for, goals away, home, away. On their standings page, you can do the road-home splits. I really like the AHL website for looking for stats. So that's basically how I start my capping is right here on this page. We'll get to the comments here. I love the Wild. Always ride with them, but I don't know. Early afternoon hockey could be a trap or the under. Something is telling me that the Ducks might win or will fight and play good hockey today, and they are due for a win. Isaac says Duck. Well, Duck emoji. And then Noel says Ducks plus 240 over 2.5. We will get to the NHL slate in just a few minutes. I just want to give out my AHL plays for today. Milwaukee Admirals, minus 125 at Bet Victor. Shop around. Some books have it minus 130, minus 140. If that's what you have to deal with, if you only have one book that has AHL, if you don't have much access to it, and you still want to play that game, take Milwaukee in regulation, which you can get for like plus 110. They're one of the best teams in the AHL. Bridgeport Islanders on the road against Wilkes-Barre. I'm on Bridgeport, backing Nick's minor league, Nick's favorite team's minor league team, Bridgeport Islanders, who have won 4 of their last 5, including a meeting against this Wilkes-Barre team. They've just played great hockey, 12-3-4 on the year, minus 115, a great price on them. I am taking the Iowa Wild at home against Chicago. Iowa has struggled this year so far at home, and they've struggled in the past against the Chicago Wolves. The thing is, they're 2-0 this year, a 5-1 and a 5-2 win. This Chicago Wolves team has taken a big step backwards this year at 5-9-2. Last year they were like 12-2-0 at this point, or 14-2-0. Like they had an extremely good record. They've lost their last 4 games, not playing well. Iowa, since getting Marco Rossi, has won their last 2 games here and are playing well since Marco Rossi went down to the AHL. Iowa Wild at home, minus 105, a good price. I'm taking the Providence Bruins, who are also at home. I got minus 105 at BetMGM for the Providence Bruins. They are 3-0-1 against Springfield this season. And Providence 12-3-3-2, so 12-3-5 this year. So they have played great hockey all year long. Providence and Springfield is on a 4-game losing streak. Final 2 games of the night are at later games. I am backing Coachella Valley Firebirds, which are Seattle's minor league team, in Henderson facing the Silver Knights. Henderson has taken a big step backwards. I don't know if Vegas has taken a bunch of their players, which I wouldn't really think so, because I don't really know a lot of AHL players in the Vegas Golden Knights lineup, but Henderson 6-15 on the year. Just lost against Coachella Valley yesterday. Coachella Valley 10-4-2 on the year. 3-game winning streak. I've been playing well. I'm going to take them here on the second night of a back-to-back, but it's also second night back-to-back for Henderson. And the team that won for me yesterday, the Calgary Wranglers, who are one of the best teams in the AHL. 7-3 win yesterday. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, 3-game winning streak, 8-1-1 in their last 10. San Diego Gulls 2-8 in their last 10, 5-game losing streak, all in regulation, has not been playing well. And Calgary is plus 100 here on the road. You may be thinking, is that a trap? I don't think it's a trap, but I can understand why Calgary is a dog on the road here, because they will be using their backup, Lucas Dostal. Lucas Dostal will be a net for San Diego, which is their starting goaltender, their better goaltender. And Calgary used Dustin Wolf yesterday, who is their starting goaltender, and will be using Oscar Dansk, who played a little bit for Vegas in the NHL and has been AHL goaltender since then. He will be a net for Calgary. So there is a goaltending advantage with San Diego, but the San Diego team is just awful. It's not a good sign for the Anaheim Ducks that they're awful and that their AHL team is awful as well. That doesn't bode well for the future for the Anaheim Ducks, which we'll get to here in a bit. But I am taking Calgary plus 100 on the road. So Milwaukee Admirals minus 125, Bridgeport Islanders minus 115, Iowa Wild minus 105, Providence Bruins minus 105, Coachella Valley Firebirds plus 100, and Calgary Wranglers plus 100. All on the money line for the AHL Saturday picks. And we'll go over the NHL. We won't go game by game. We'll just talk about the games that we're interested in, which for Nick might be every game, but that's okay.
Not every game. A bunch of games, not every game.
Nick, why don't you start? I'll let you start, and you can just talk about a few games that you like, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the AHL to you. Have fun with that. I follow a lot more other leagues that college basketball and college football like that. Those take up a lot of my time. So
exactly, you do so much college. I don't really. So
college is an awful lot. So I'll give it today I got under 6.5 Edmonton, Montreal. Now all my plays are off of my model. Wherever I see perceived value from that my model suggests, that's where I bet it. One thing I really like with that is it takes emotion completely out of my sports betting, and it just lets me follow my numbers. So under 6.5, Edmonton, Montreal. I have this game projected for 6.01 goals. New Jersey and Philly, I'm on the under 6. I have this game projected for 5.25 goals. Vanacek and Hart have been good. Vanacek's been really good this year, and the defense for the Devils has been awesome this year. 2.62 projected or expected goals against on average the last 10 games. They're just a really good defensive hockey team. They win expected goal battles, which they have done in 9 of their last 10 games. I'm not touching a side in this game because I don't want to lay 215 on the road with the Devils. I think that price is a little much. I can see this game going to overtime potentially as well. A potential draw 2-2 type along those lines for New Jersey and Philly, but I'm on the under 6. The next one, I know they're on a second half of a back-to-back, but I'm on the Ottawa Senators. Team total over 3.5, full game over 6. They're playing Kakkonen and the Sharks. Kakkonen's been one of the worst goaltenders in the league. This year, 34 goals against, but only 24.81. So he's not stopping any of the high danger chances, and he's really struggling with low danger chances as well if he's giving up that many goals compared to the amount he should be giving up. And Forsberg's in for Ottawa on the back-to-back, so it won't be Terry's favorite goaltender, Cam Talbot there. It is Forsberg. So I like the over in this game, and I like the Ottawa Senators to give me at least 4 goals. I do have a play on Boston and Colorado. I like the under in that game. I have this projected at if I can find it on my spreadsheet. There we go. 5.15 goals. I think I have to adjust those numbers a little bit because I believe it's Pavel Francouz in that, which he's been slightly above average, so I don't see that impacting it too much. Probably my projected number is probably 5.25 or 5.3 now instead of 5.15. I still see value on the under in this game, under 6, Boston and Colorado. I'm on the Leafs plus 114. Murray's been awesome since returning, and I would, if it wasn't minus 300 and something, I would look for Mitchell Marner to score a point. Trying to break the record for a point streak. Marner today. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I believe it's 18 games straight, or I think it's 14 or 18 straight games. Marner has recorded a point. So that's something to look at as well. I'm on the under in that Detroit game against Vegas. I have it projected for 5.53 goals. So I got to the under in that one. Chicago, New York, over 6. I could see the Bruins puck line. I just think minus 160 for the Bruins against the Avalanche is a little bit much, a little rich for my blood. You'd have to -1 it or regulation line it or puck line it or something along those lines. But yeah. I'm seeing Peter Mrazek and Yaroslav Halak for the Rangers. I kind of want to take the Blackhawks outright today around that plus 200 mark. I mean, there's no reason we should be laying 260 with Halak in there, right? Especially on the second half back-to-back. I'm on the Hawks team total over. That's the way I got involved with the with Chicago today. I'm on the under in Calgary and Washington, under 6. Darcy Kemper has been really good this year, and he's somebody I'm looking to back defensively. I also like the Flames team total under 3.5. They've been struggling offensively a little bit lately, and I can see that continue against Darcy. Yotes, I'm right back on the Coyotes today. Plus 166 is what I got. You can get them around plus 180. I did not expect this line to go up, but it is going to be Spencer Martin in net for most likely for the Vancouver Canucks and not Petrovemko. So I see a little bit of value maybe on the under there as well. I'm on the Panthers against the Kraken. Grubauer, very limited sample size, but he's not been very good at all in Seattle. I probably would have preferred the Kraken with Martin Jones in net, to be completely honest. And similar to the Devils in the beginning of the season, the Panthers' advanced numbers suggest to me that we should be seeing a lot better out of them, and I think they are a bet-on team for me going forward. Panthers in the over, and I'm going to finish with the Hurricanes money line over the LA Kings, which for me is a bet against team. So that's kind of where I'm looking for today's slate.
All right. Obviously, I'll start with the Anaheim, Minnesota game. No big surprise here. I'm taking the Wild. Why am I taking the Wild? Because they absolutely own this Anaheim team. They've won the last 11 straight games against the Ducks, 13-1-1 in the last 15 meetings. They've won their last 6 home games against this Ducks team. Anaheim 2-9-1 in their last 12. Minnesota's won 4 of their last 5. I think Minnesota has finally started to play to their identity of last year and have finally found what they've been missing most of the start of the year, and that's consistency. So I like the Wild here. Also, Anaheim has a 65% penalty kill, the worst in the NHL. The Wild have power play goals, 6 power play goals in their last 4 games. So they have been scoring on the power play. I did a same game parlay. Minnesota -1.5. Kaprizov to score a goal. Kaprizov to get a power play point, and Joel Eriksson Ek to get a power play point, which is plus 400 at Bet365. That is my same game parlay for the Wild game. I think they take care of business. I'm also on the Wild puck line, and we'll probably have and also a 2-teamer, Minnesota money line with New Jersey money line, which was plus 101. So that as well. Obviously, I love the Wild a lot of games, but I love them in this situation. We saw what they did to Edmonton, a team they've dominated for a long time. They continued that I think they continue their domination over this Ducks team that is just awful. And like I said earlier, their AHL team is in shambles as well. So the Ducks better hope that they get Connor Bedard, because otherwise this Ducks team could be in trouble for quite a few years. Montreal, Edmonton, pass. Pass. I'm not taking Edmonton. I would have to take the puck line in this situation at plus 110. I don't trust the Oilers with a puck line. Montreal doesn't show up against bad teams, but when they're an underdog, they do have good spots where they do come out and win. If I had to bet in this game, which I don't, luckily, it would be Montreal. Plus 1.5 you can get for minus 120. That's basically probably where I go in this one, hoping for a close game, but not getting involved. New Jersey, as I said, I have New Jersey money line parlayed with Minnesota. I'm also on the Devils puck line, plus 120. They lost. They are 10-1 on the road, New Jersey, this year. Their one loss was in Philadelphia against the Flyers on the first night of the season. This Flyers team was hot at the beginning of the season, coming out strong to play for John Tortorella. And New Jersey started off kind of slow in their first 4 or 5 games before they caught lightning in a bottle and have just played elite hockey ever since. Now they are coming off a blown lead to the Nashville Predators in their last game, where they were leading 3-2 basically the whole game until Granlund scored with 9 seconds left, and then immediately, or less than 30 seconds left, and then 7 seconds into overtime, Nashville won it. So not a good game for the Devils, but that's what I love. I love that they were dominated by this, or not dominated. They lost to this team earlier in the year. They played great hockey all year long. I think this is a perfect bounce back revenge spot for the Devils. I think they absolutely take it to the Flyers today in this one. San Jose, Ottawa, no thanks. No thanks. Not backing the Sens team. Ian said I was on the Ice Guys Betcast, and we were talking about Cam Talbot and the Ottawa Senators. And Ian said, as a professional handicapper, you'll have to find ways to back the Senators, won't you? And I said no. This Senators team, there's plenty of other games. If it was only the Senators, if they were the only team playing that day, and there was a certain situation, maybe they've won 5 in a row, then I can jump on them. But that's the only kind of situation I'd be backing the Senators. They're not a team I want to back. But they're facing San Jose. So it is a good spot for them here. They are in a back-to-back, as Nick said, but I could see the Ottawa Senators winning. I just won't have my money on them. Colorado and Boston. Ice X's Boston Bruins, a team that has made me money all year long, except they're like that one game they lost against Toronto. But I'll forgive them for that because all the other winners I've cashed on them. But Colorado Avalanche is plus 150. I get it. Boston's won every game at home. I think they probably do win this game, but I can't get involved in this because I can't get involved in this. So it's ultimately a pass for me. Obviously, I'll be rooting for the Bruins because any team that plays Colorado or St. Louis is a team I want to win. So I'll be rooting for them, but I won't have my money on it. Not yet, anyway. Toronto, Tampa Bay. The fact that I'm seeing a 6 at plus 100 is kind of crazy. These two teams, when they faced each other, I think it's like 8 straight overs. They have gone over a lot. It was all obviously in the playoffs last year. So playoff hockey, regular season hockey is different. Not involved in the game, but seeing over 6 at plus 100 at DraftKings, I am extremely tempted. But as Nick said, Matt Murray's been good. So I ultimately it's a pass. I don't have a lot of action in the NHL, but sometimes it's better not to force plays. If you don't really like something, don't force it. St. Louis, Pittsburgh. Again, a pass. If I was going to bet anything, it would be looking somewhat towards St. Louis. I think Pittsburgh is going to kind of take a step backwards here without Letang in the long term, but ultimately not getting involved. Vegas, Detroit, big lean with the Detroit Red Wings at home here. They've been playing great hockey as of late, plus 127 at home. Vegas, though, this is the game. This is a game that'll kind of tell for me what I'm going to be doing with Vegas going forward. They have started to take a step back in their last few games. Is that going to continue? Are they going to go on a slide now? Or are they going to bounce back? This is a good opponent to tell kind of what's going on with Vegas. If they beat Detroit here, play well, then maybe they can turn things around. If they get beat up here by the Red Wings, then maybe it's time to worry about Vegas a little bit. But I'll be seeing what happens with tonight's game to make my determination. Chicago, New York Rangers. As Nick said, the Rangers plus 240 at home with how they've been playing lately. The puck line, the best price you can get on the puck line is minus 102. I can't back Chicago. If I was forced to make a play in this game, I do see Chicago plus 1.5 at minus 115. I could see something where maybe the Rangers do win like 3-2 or something. So I would go with the plus 1.5 if I was going to make a play in that game. Washington, Calgary. I'll keep it going with the passes. I'm not getting involved in this game either. Washington is a much better team at home than on the road. So I'd look to back Calgary here, minus 160. Not a price I want to get involved in. So nothing for me there. Arizona, Vancouver. As Nick said, it will be Spencer Martin, and that's because Thatcher Demko got hurt in his last game. Apparently, I think he is out for approximately 6 weeks. So he will be out for a while, and Vancouver will have to survive without him somehow.
He's been bad, so I don't think that's really much surviving. Spencer Martin's been the better goaltender, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm just going to get it up here. Oh, yes, 6 weeks. Okay, I was correct. Just wanted to make sure I was correct with that. So he'll be out for a while. Over 6, but is Vejmelka confirmed?
I don't think so, yeah.
Okay, so obviously that's a huge game when it comes to goaltending that you need to know here. Ville Husso for Detroit. So I may look towards Detroit. But yeah, nobody's confirmed yet. It's got to be Spencer Martin because Demko's hurt. I don't think they'll go to the third stringer. And it should be Vejmelka. If it isn't Vejmelka, I'll be taking that over 6. 100%. I'll be taking that over 6. Florida, Seattle. Ooh, Seattle a dog here at home. Seattle does play better on the road. As Nick says, Grubauer has not really been that good this year. But blanking on his name. Oh, I don't know why I blank on names. Seattle's other Martin Jones. Sorry, Martin Jones started off so well, surprising everybody, winning games, giving up 1 or 2 goals. But if you've watched him lately, he's been giving up a ton of goals as well. So really, Seattle, they need to go out and get a goaltender. This team, they have a great record so far this year. I get they may not really want to make any moves. Go and get a goaltender. Trust me, Seattle. I said on Dave's show when
hit Cal Peterson. Put in a waiver request for him. Come on.
No, they had their chance and they said no. I heard rumors that Edmonton might be thinking about sending Jack Campbell to the AHL to kind of give him a refresh. Nobody's taking that $5 million contract.
No.
Nobody's picking up Campbell, so they could definitely do that if they wanted. But Seattle, go and get – there's goaltenders out there. Go and get one. But I'm still backing them here at plus money. Florida, much better team at home than on the road. Seattle beat up Florida last year. And we know how good this Florida team was last year. And we know how much improved this Kraken team is this year. Still on their winning streak. I'm going to continue to ride them until they lose. I just have to, especially at plus money at home. Carolina, LA. This LA team is in trouble defensively, goaltending wise. They're in trouble. Coming off a win against the Yotes, but if they're celebrating that and thinking that their issues are gone, they're not. They still allowed goals to the Yotes in that game. Carolina, while maybe not looking as good as they have been expected to, still have a great record. The games they've been losing in overtime, so they still have a great record. They've won their last 5 games against LA. They covered the puck line in 4 or 5. Carolina minus 1.5 is plus 200 at DraftKings, which is absolutely insane. I'm going to stick with the money line. I might sprinkle the puck line as well. I think Carolina wins this game pretty convincingly. They've had success against LA, and this LA team is just a mess right now. They do have better offense than Carolina, so that's one good thing for LA this year is they do have a good offense, but Carolina has the defense and has the goaltending that LA just doesn't have. So I like Carolina in this one. BetStamp, use code WILD in the referral code section. Do your line shopping. Get the best odds for whatever you are betting on. If you want to get my premium plays on picks and parlays, the link is in the description below. Use earlsportsbets.com. They still have the same guarantee as picks and parlays. So if you buy a 3-game package and I go 1 and 2 or Nick goes 1 and 2, you get your money back. So you can use it to buy another package. So they have the guarantee there for packages. Get my premium plays. Get Nick and Tim's premium plays at earlsportsbets.com in the description below. Best bets for today. I cashed Wild in regulation on against Edmonton the other day. Let me see here. I'm going to go Carolina Hurricanes. Minus 125 is my best bet. I really like the Hurricanes in this spot against a team they played well against. So my best bet, Carolina Hurricanes, minus 125. If you want to sprinkle it in regulation for a plus price, or even that puck line at plus 200, if you want to get a little crazy or have a little fun on the Saturday night, you can do that. Nick, best bet on today's slate in any sport. What is your favorite bet? I know you bet all your bets the same, but if there's one that sticks out for you, what's your favorite?
Well, my favorite bet of the day is currently in progress, so I can't give out Kansas State, but I'll go with the Leafs. I'll take the Leafs today against Tampa Bay, and I think Marner puts up another goal or a point, and he breaks that record. But I like the Leafs.
All right, that's today's show. We will end it here. Lots of Saturday sports to get involved in, and whatever sport you're betting on. So make sure to make some money, beat the books, and we will see you again. Most likely Monday. May do a short show tomorrow morning for football, or maybe I'll jump on ESP if I get invited on Earl Sports Bets. Maybe I'll
never.
But best of luck to everybody in your bets tonight. Smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Appreciate all the support. We'll see you again for other episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.